get into it. What do candy, basketball, and reality TV have in common? Lamar Odom. I know, wild combo, but stick with me, because the tea is hot and the story is deeper than any headline ever gave him credit for.
Hey there, it's Emma. I'm in a totally curious mood today and honestly, a little nostalgic. We are about to unpack a life that is equal parts highlight reel and hard lesson. Buckle up. So, let's talk. Lamar Joseph Odom is an American former pro who spent 14 seasons in the NBA, won 2 rings with the Los Angeles Lakers, and took home 6 Man of the Year in 2011. Picture a Swiss Army knife and sneakers, ball handling like a guard, size of a forward, elite passing, rebounding, a little three, a little post. He could close games at power forward or even small ball 5. On top of that, he was a reality TV fixture, a pop culture face, and very public about addiction and recovery. The resume is glittery, the road was anything but easy. Let me set the scene with a quick personal story. Years back, I got invited to a celebrity charity basketball game. It was one of those kismet moments where fashion people crash into sports people and everyone pretends they're Converse or couture. I was backstage fangirling, and there was this player, not Lamar, but very Lamar-coded. Tall, laid back, cracking jokes with the ball kids, then on the floor just doing everything, rebounding, dishing, taking charges. The vibe was so unselfish it was almost shocking. After the game, he told me, "Success is 90% what no one sees, the rehab, the film, the nights when your life is messy but you still show up." That line lives rent-free in my brain because it is exactly how you have to watch Lamar Odom. Beyond the tabloid layer, there is relentless resilience. Okay, let's move on. Basics first. Lamar grew up in Queens, New York. His mom died when he was 12, and he was raised by his grandmother, a nurse who was all discipline and love. His dad battled heroin addiction, which he has talked about openly. In the late 90s, he was a high school phenom, playing AAU with Elton Brand, the all-star big man who later ran the Sixers front office, and Ron Artest, the defensive madman who became Middle World Peace. He hit the Adidas ABCD camp, the elite proving ground that also elevated Kobe Bryant, and he had that it factor. Adidas legend Sonny Vaccaro once called it a $2 million smile. Translation: charisma that brands dream about. College was messy. He committed to UNLV, caught an NCAA storm, and bounced to the University of Rhode Island under coach Jim Herrick. "I am a veteran college coach," basically shepherded him back on track. By 1999, he was torching the Atlantic 10, hit a buzzer beater to win the conference tourney, then jumped to the NBA as the 4th overall pick to the Clippers. Bone. In the early 2000s, his skill popped immediately. All-rookie team, but he got dinged for marijuana suspensions, a reminder that talent does not cancel life. In Miami by 2003, he linked with Dwayne Wade, the finals MVP guard who became the soul of the Heat, and Eddie Jones, a smooth-scoring wing from the 90s Lakers days. Lamar delivered big numbers, even dropping a triple-double with a monster 30-19-11 line. Then the lead shook. Shaquille O'Neal, yes, the 7-foot pop culture empire, got traded to Miami, and Lamar went to the Lakers. This is where legacy cooks. Under Phil Jackson, the Zen master coach with 11 rings, Lamar morphed into the most perfect basketball glue you could ask for. Mitch Kupchak, the Lakers general manager, even called him the most popular guy in the locker room. He started, he came off the bench, he closed over Andrew Bynum when the lineup needed speed and switchability. Paul Gasol arrived, the brilliant Spanish big, and the triangle offense turned Lamar into the connector, the Soho art curator of the Lakers offense, smashing mismatches, throwing hit-aheads, keeping tempo. Titles in 2009 and 2010. In 2011, he shot a career best from the field and from 3 and won 6th Man of the Year. Kobe Bryant, the Lakers icon, called it Lamar's most consistent season. If Kobe is the closer, Lamar is the oxygen.
Internationally, he was that same Swiss Army knife. Bronze in the 2004 Olympics, then gold at the 2010 World Championship in Turkey. He even played center and led Team USA in rebounding, posting double-doubles in the semifinal and final. He was the first ever to pull off an NBA title and FIBA gold in the same calendar year. That is a flex.
Now for the people who shaped him early. Jerry DeGregorio, his high school coach in Connecticut, became family. Lamar calls him his white dad and made him godfather to his kids. That is deep mentorship. Those AAU ties with Elton Brand and Ron Artest mattered, iron against iron. Also, Sonny Vaccaro's eye for charisma explains why you saw Lamar everywhere. Ads, cameos, and later reality TV. He even started Rich Soil Entertainment, his music and film venture. The man had layers.
Okay, pause, because this next part is everything and also hard. What led to the fall? You have the basketball business part. In 2011, there was a vetoed mega trade for Chris Paul. Chaos. Then Lamar was shipped to Dallas. Mark Cuban, the Mavericks owner and Shark Tank guy, confronted him about commitment. Rick Carlisle, the Mavs coach known for structure, pushed him on prep and conditioning. A D-League assignment to the Texas Legends, the Mavs minor league affiliate, was floated and then canceled. It spiraled. He returned to the Clippers, played every game but never looked right. Then went to Europe for a second with Laboral Cucha Baskonia in Spain, then a Knicks flyer. It just never clicked again. But my read is that the engine of the decline was personal grief and public pressure. He lost his infant son in the mid-2000s. That kind of loss does not evaporate. In 2011, his cousin was murdered, and the next day he was in an SUV accident where a teenager died. That is trauma on top of trauma. Then you add reality TV fame. Khloe Kardashian married him in 2009, and the cameras were everywhere. It is like living in a glass house with internet stones. By 2013, there was a DUI. By 2015, he nearly died at a Nevada brothel, the Love Ranch, after using cocaine, multiple strokes, heart attacks, kidney failure. He later called himself a walking miracle, and he was not wrong. My take? The system throws fame at people like confetti, and then acts shocked when it cuts like paper. We need mental health support baked into the culture, not as a rehab press release after the fact.
Oh, and speaking of culture, Lamar never stopped being pop culture. He was a core presence on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, did other reality competitions, and that made him relatable beyond hoops. Sometimes messy, sometimes magnetic, always human. He also pivoted into senior care as an executive with Zmess.com, a platform helping families navigate senior living, which is not the sexy headline you expect, but honestly one of the most meaningful. And yes, the candy thing is real. Wrigley literally made a candy replica of the Larry O'Brien trophy with his name on it. I am obsessed. It is camp, it is cute, it is peak late 2000s brand behavior.
If I were in Lamar's shoes, I would feel the weight of all those expectations and still chase the adrenaline of a Game 6 closeout with Kobe screaming, "Let's go." The man's on-court story is proof that unselfish can be iconic, and his off-court story is proof that surviving can be heroic. Not me getting misty over a six-man, but here we are. Lasting relevance, high-key, Lamar is shorthand now for the complicated athlete in the age of receipts, the way we watch people become content while they are still trying to be people. He is also a case study in how locker room love matters. Ask any Laker from that era how a good mentor can change the arc. Jerry DeGroyo changed the arc. Phil Jackson changed the arc. Kobe too. We love a glow up. We need to care about the come down. Next, we have to tease what is coming. Since we mentioned the big fella, I am eyeing Shaquille O'Neal next time. The Hall of Fame center turned DJ, ad king, and serial entrepreneur. Talk about a pop culture pivot. All right, we covered a lot today, from queens to championships, from reality TV to real pain, and a very sweet trophy made of candy. So that's the tea, folks. Take care of yourselves, check on your strong friends, and I will catch you next time.